Hey everyone, Bond here from Dr. Pennsylvania. We actually have two past periodicals for you today, and I know you're probably saying to yourself, am I having two birthdays at the same time? The answer is no. It's just that these are both a little on the short side. They both come from the Wyoming Democrat from December 31st, 1850. In this first one, you're going to hear about a town called Pond Eddy, which is just a pretty cool name for a town. That's right across the line actually in Pike County. And you'll hear them refer to the Delaware. That's the river that separates PA from New York up in the northeast corner. And this one is called Melancholy and Fatal Accident.
Melancholy and Fatal Accident. We have received a note from Pond Eddy giving the particulars of the death of Mr. Sanford Smalling caused by the accidental discharge of his gun. The circumstances connected with the sad event, as nearly as they could be ascertained, are as follows. Mr. Smalling started on the morning of the 6th in the company of 2 or 3 comrades in pursuit of a deer that had been seen in the Delaware, which came out on the Pennsylvania side. While on the railroad track about half a mile above Pond Eddy, the dog started up the mountain. One of Smalling's comrades requested him to go up and see what course the dog had taken. From that time until the search was made, nothing was heard of him. The supposition was that he had traveled too far to return that evening and that had probably fallen in with some of his friends and accompanied them. After the lapse of several days, however, 25 or 30 men started in search of him. About 10 o'clock of the same day, the 13th, his body was found. It appears from the position of his body when found standing, we have been told, with his arms around a sapling, that he was on his return home, that in descending a cleft of rocks, the hammer of his gun lock came in contact with the rock which caused the gun to explode. The blow upon the rocks must have turned to muzzle toward his head, the ball entering just above the left eye and coming out on the top of his head, in all probability causing instant death.
And here is our second one, also from the Wyoming Democrat, this one titled A Tragical Affair.
Our readers will recollect that last May a returned Californian by the name of Johnson of Bangor was on his way thither in the steamboat, left about $5,000 of gold on the wharf at Belfast, which was found and returned to him. Mr. Johnson was considered a very lucky man, not only in recovering his gold, but being able to bring home such a pile considering the shortness of his absence. Last Friday, this fortunate Mr. Johnson was arrested by an officer from New York on a requisition from the governor of California for robbery and murder of a man in California sometime last winter or spring. The most horrible part of the affair is that 2 innocent persons were accused as the murderers, convicted and hung while Johnson was in the States. Some recent developments, however, came out connecting him with the murder, which left no room for doubt as to his guilt and caused his arrest.